Hey, and welcome back, so viewers. It's wonderful to have you here again. And we've got the fantastic Jenni from Bond Hair Religion in Canberra, Australia, who has just taken out the coveted prize of Australian Salon Business of the Year. How cool is that? Welcome, Jenni. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi guys, how are you?
We're awesome.
Great. Yeah, we're great.
We've got another beautiful day here. How about you?
Oh, a little bit rainy, but it's always lovely in Canberra. I love Canberra. So
that's cool. Awesome. Yeah. Hey, look, Jenni, congratulations.
Thank you. I was very surprised. I was definitely hoping to win ACT New South Wales, but to take out Australia was a huge surprise. So, yeah, I'm still shocked that we won it, but I'm very proud of my team for what we've accomplished. So it's awesome.
Yeah,
for sure. Well done. So tell us a little bit about it. What do you think are the main ingredients that made you take out that title? What is it you do?
I think mainly the reason that Bond actually took out the title is because we are really consistent with everything we do, and I really strive to be better every day in a salon. So I never actually take the time to sit back and think, oh well, we've done that now, so we don't need to make our customer service any better or come up with new ideas for the salon. So yeah, pretty much every day I'm usually trying to add something new or come up with some sort of concept that's going to make us better. So yeah, I think that's our main ingredient, why we have done so well. I think also we have like massive amount of rebookings. Our rebookings is probably our main difference. I think for this year, we're already at the end of last year, we had over $400,000 worth of rebookings for the business already.
Yeah. Fabulous.
So,
yeah, that's
so,
cool.
So is there a level where you like to see that percentage? As far as percentage of rebookings of total clients, do you have a level where is a minimum for your salon at all?
No, not really. I think because the team are very committed to our clients, and we've got a culture where it's really important that they rebook to maintain, you know, the times that they like, and so we've instilled that in the clients. Now they book like a year in advance.
Wow.
To some clients who book 2 years in advance. So what that means to us is we always know that there's consistency coming with our clients. Yeah, and they get the time that they like, and they feel special because that's their slot. So that, you know, human beings love to feel like they're very important, and by actually having their own slot and owning that time and wanting to continue that over the next year or the next 12 months is what makes them feel special. So.
Yeah, cool. Love that. So tell us a little bit about the, you know, sort of salon to paper, because some people, when they look at entering awards, it's just such a big, like, mammoth sort of thing to do. How did you take what you're doing in the salon and get it to paper to enter to the awards?
Okay, well, for starters, I have the most magnificent salon coordinator, who happens to be my sister, and she is just gifted when it comes to that sort of side of the business. I must say, as a hairdresser, that's probably not my greatest gift. My gift is to actually put these things in place, but to have somebody who can write really well and put all that together. I think our submission was 70 pages. Yeah. So, for the 12-month period, and Jules just did an amazing job. So identifying what you're actually good at, and then for something like, you know, an entry to an award is actually getting somebody who has those amazing skills to put that together for you. Yeah. I think that certainly gives you a step up.
Yeah, I think that's cool advice, because it's, you know, quite often we hear about, you know, salon owners say, oh no, it's just too much to do to enter awards and things, and you know, you're so right. You just use a bit of leverage. Someone who's an expert at it. You can't be an expert at everything, and just finding someone like that, that's great.
Yeah, fantastic.
And I think that's the key. Like, we all want to control everything, but sometimes to make our businesses work really well, it's getting key people to do key things in your business, which actually then raises you up to that next level, and you can just hand it over. As long as you've got control of what the outcome is, I think it's really important to be able to hand that over.
Yeah, great point.
Yeah.
So tell me, what drives you nuts about our industry?
What drives me nuts is people who are not willing to change and go with the flow. I mean, I've been hairdressing 31 years, and I did my apprenticeship in a tiny little suburban salon with 7 seniors. I never got a lunch break. I never got holidays for 4 years. You know, I can whinge and whinge and whinge about how terrible it was. But the reality is that was the past, and now we're in the future. So, yes, we've got these amazing kids who, yes, know their rights, and all hail to them, because if I would have been given the gift of knowing my rights, I would have probably had a much happier apprenticeship. So I think there's a lot of people who talk about the youth and where hairdressing's going, but they're not willing to just go, well, this is what's happening, so we really need to change and work with those people, and learn ourselves how to best manage the youth that's coming through and inspire them to be hairdressers. I think that's essential. I think what's really scary about our industry is the dropout rate. And I think that's because so many employers want to sit back where they used to be, and they're not growing in their businesses and not growing with the change in the youth that's coming through. So I think that's absolutely essential. The other thing that really frustrates me is I cannot believe that in this day and age that at the end of a 4-year apprenticeship we don't have like a panel or a board where our junior staff who are supposed to be fully trained actually go and show that they've got the skills. I think, unfortunately, they're handed to a lot of business owners only 2 years into their apprenticeship, and if they haven't got the employer that wants to invest in their training, then their skill level's not going to be of the highest standard. And I think to help our industry, we need to have something like that where we can lift and raise these kids and give them the absolute best opportunity to be the best in our industry. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I love hearing you say that, because Generation Y gets quite a rap out there, eh? Yeah. They and yet, like you say, they are different. It's up to us to manage that differently. So, what sort of changes did you have to make as a leader over time, Jenni?
Well, I've had some big learnings. I like most hairdressers, I went into being a business owner as a good hairdresser, and I did all the wrong things. I tried to be everybody's friend. I thought by just investing huge amounts of money in people and taking them overseas and doing all these amazing things and giving them every opportunity possible that would buy me loyalty. I think what it comes down to is if you truly passionate about what you do and you give to people but give to them to the level that they give to you, that's been my greatest learning. I think instead of like I've taken the entire team, 12 staff, I've taken them to Bali, Thailand, New Zealand. It's cost thousands of dollars, including closing my business for a week, as you guys can understand. And at the end of the day, as much as they loved it, it certainly didn't buy me any more loyalty. Certainly I have some staff that are, if I did nothing for them, they would come in every day and they would work for me just because they love Bond for what it is. And so those people get opportunities and pay rises and all of the things that go with that. And then people who just sail along, certainly I try to counsel them to make them better and give them opportunities, but it's more something to strive for, not just getting it because they think they deserve it. But it teaches people to aim for something and have a goal, and so then they can choose to achieve it or not. I suppose that's my greatest learning.
That's fantastic. So you have quite a career path in place?
I do, yes. I do appraisals. I do 360-degree feedback. I don't know if people know what that is, but literally all of my team appraise each other. There's no names on anything. They even appraise me, and my manager then gives me my team appraisal and his written appraisal on how I'm going as a hairdresser and how I'm actually going as an owner of a business. I also make sure that from those appraisals, we come up with goals of what we want to achieve over that next 12 months, and I check in at the 6-month level and interview them and talk to them again and chat about where we're going. But each of them have those goals laminated in their lockers, so each day when they open up, it's a reminder of what it was that we talked about and where we're going with that. So
that's very cool. That's very awesome. Cool. So a lot of people would say, 360, and they get to, tell you how you're doing. So how do you set that up so it's a really positive thing, Jenni?
Well, look, I just try to say to them, I'm just a normal person like everybody. I make mistakes. I do things wrong. I try stuff and it doesn't work. I also do great stuff and I also deserve feedback. Sometimes as bosses, we're constantly hearing, I want you to tell me more often that I'm doing well, or people needing constant feedback. As bosses, sometimes we need feedback. We need feedback, whether it's positive or negative, to tell us so that we know where we're sitting and what we need to actually achieve and how we need to actually grow as people as well. And I don't think there's anything more humbling than having your team anonymously grade you through that process. So I have 10 very basic questions, and it's literally from 5 to 10 is the numbering system, 5 being needing work and 10 being excellent.
Nice.
So it's very simple. We don't go into, you know, if people want to write notes and stuff, that's great. And again, it's all anonymous, but it's a great way of getting nice, healthy feedback on you as well.
Cool.
Well done to you. That's cool.
One thing I'm really fascinated is how do you get your team to buy into your philosophy? Because it's obviously a very strong culture and philosophy that you've got.
I would say, you know, it's like anything. You know, I've had people that haven't wanted to buy into it, but they don't last long. I think when you, we have people, I've got a junior that's still with me from the first day of her apprenticeship. She's now been hairdressing 12 years. I've got a team member that I was actually working in the same business that I ended up purchasing 10 years ago. When he first walked in for his interview, he's now my manager 14 years later. I've had people stay for a long time. I've had people stay only a short time. I mean, I don't know if there's really a philosophy on how you can actually get people to live your values. But what we do now, which is at the beginning before we even do an interview, we actually send out a core values list. And if people, I've checked with all my team, and what they've done is fill it out. So we've come up with what our core values are for a team that works. So when those people come back, if they've got any of those values, then they tend to sit in where we sit, and you'll find that those people will then integrate much better into your business.
Yeah. That's cool. Because one thing we see, you know, over the years is where salon owners struggle trying to get someone to fit in. It's like trying to put a square peg in a round hole, and it just doesn't work. So that's really cool here, and you know, you're saying, well, from the outset, we say this is what the round hole looks like, guys.
And
I think that's the key. It's identifying the round hole, you know, and I think that's, again, through asking your team members, what do you believe in? What is it? Trying to identify that thing. Why do I have this group of people that work, and then someone comes in and they just don't fit. No matter what you do, no matter what you give, they just don't fit. And usually it comes down to their core values. Really does, whether they, you know, they identify that working hard, working as a team, sharing, caring, you know, those are values that are within us. And we, you know, if you can identify those with your core team, then it's going to be much easier to identify people to come in. Yes.
Brilliant. Well done. So tell me, Jenni, what do you love about our industry? I mean, I'm watching you. Your eyes are lighting up. You obviously just love what you do. Tell us about that.
Okay. Well, I've really noticed a big shift in our industry in the last sort of probably 5 to 10 years. Maybe that's me because I've chosen to put myself more out there now as a business owner. But what I really identified is there seems to be more passion. People seem to share and care for each other. There doesn't seem to be this, your salon's there, my salon's there, we don't speak because we're you know, we're competing against each other. There doesn't seem to be a competition so much. I think it's about sharing, caring. It's about like having passion and creativity for our business and wanting us to actually be better as an industry. I see that, and I think a huge part of that for me, and I'm not sure if people watching will be part of it, but the Australian Hairdressing Council is awesome, and they bring so many businesses together, and I think I've really grown since I've been part of that. Even sharing on, they've got a private sharing on Facebook where bosses can get on and they can talk about problems and how what are you supposed to do and pay this, and how do you pay this person, and I think I've been underpaying, and you can share it. There's nobody seeing it other than other businesses, and they're all open to sharing all their commission systems. And I mean, I think I think that's what it's about, for our industry to raise up and be better, and to have the community look at us and go, you know what, they are really valued people. You know, they bring so much to our day and our 6 weekly appointment, and they make us feel better, and they're worth the money that we charge. Like, that one's really important to me, that we're worth the money that we charge. And by training people and identifying and raising us as an industry, identifying people and giving more training and making them better, I think that is what makes our industry great. And I just love that, it's changing and growing, and I love that you guys do this so that other people can hear about these things and hopefully grow their businesses. Because really, I'm just a hairdresser of 31 years who got the opportunity to buy a business, and, you know, I've learned from lots of others. So by sharing this, it's great, because I'm hoping other people will learn from this as well.
Awesome. Cool. That's what it's all about. What's the biggest mistake you've ever made that you've learned from?
Or the biggest mistake, I suppose I had a team member who was very passionate, and I invested a lot of time and energy in that person, and unfortunately let myself and my business sort of suffer because I really wanted to see them live their dream. And I think it's always got to be, as long as it fits with you and nothing else falls down from that, then I think that's okay. But I think my biggest learning is support everybody in all of their dreams. And, you know, some people might just want to come to work 9 to 5, and that's totally okay, but supporting them as well, not just the ones that really want to be up there and be somebody in the industry. So that was probably my biggest learning.
Nice.
Love that.
That's very cool.
So taking you back to the awards, right? So you're sitting at the awards table, like hundreds of us have done over the years, right? And you're sitting there going, oh no, is it going to be me? And that sick feeling, you know.
You're shaking.
What was that like when they announced your name, that you was like, you know, the winner for Australia?
Look, I was so overwhelmed. I cannot even explain what that was like. Like, I still don't think I can understand. I mean, we have an amazing team, and I have amazing support with my husband and all the other things that a lot of people have. But to be able to have this award to be given to our little salon in Canberra was just outstanding. And I think what it says to all of our team is that all the hard work and everything you do, the good and the bad and the ugly side of business and the really successful side of business, is all worth it, you know, with the award. But and not wanting to be negative, but at the end of the day, going back to my business and having Mrs. Smith, who comes in for her weekly set and smile at me and be happy because I'm the only person that physically touches her that day because she has nobody. 11:30. That's what it's about for me. Like, the awards are just awesome, but those clients and my business is making a difference to people is what it's all about. So the award is so incredible, and I'm so proud to have achieved that. But going back in and striving to be better the very next day was really important to me.
Cool, because that was my next question, was how has that award affected your business and the way that, you know, that's put your business on the map?
Well, I get to do amazing stuff like talk to you guys, which is awesome, a whole new experience for me. I suppose it's lifted our profile in the industry, which is awesome. But I suppose if it gives me the opportunity for other people to learn from my mistakes and the way that I've grown my business, you know, in the future I would love to do something where if people wanted to come and hang out in my business and learn things about my business and how I do things and why I do them, I would love that, especially, you know, business owners who feel uninspired and have lost their pizzazz for what they started out with. I think it would be awesome to be able to teach those people about finding their goals again, finding their passion, and being able to see how we do our systems and things in Bond.
That's brilliant.
So that'd be cool. Like, how would you fancy, like, the SO team coming down and just hanging out with you for the day? And
you know, love that.
Some of the staff, and that'd be really cool, wouldn't it?
I reckon,
that'd be great,
absolutely, for sure. So what's the biggest piece? Oh, sorry, honey, you were going to say something then? I was just going to say, what is the best advice that you could give our viewers out there who are watching this right now?
Okay, well, I would say the key to running a successful business is consistency. Everything you do from the moment that client walks in the door to when they leave, it needs to be consistent. I think, I've worked for 3 incredible women through my 31 years, and I've watched them all come in with a passion, and I've watched that passion sort of slowly deteriorate. As we all know, business can be difficult and it wears you down and it sometimes grinds you down. But I think it's always getting up knowing that you want to be better the next day. If you've had a bad day, well, the sun rises, today's going to be a great day. You're going to go in there, you're going to apologise if you've been the cause of it to your team. Understand that, we're all humans and we don't get everything right all of the time. So I think being humble enough to say, I've really stuffed that up and I really apologise for that, or, knowing that you need to fix that the next day, I think that's really important. But definitely consistency. Consistency is my key message to my team all of the time, and I think that's what's made us so successful.
Cool. Love that.
I love hearing that word consistency. You're so right, because we can all be great some of the time, but it's being great all of the time that makes the clients return, hey? So clearly I'm imagining that your client retention must be really good for you to grow the business that you have. So tell us a little bit about that. Do you measure your client retention? Just share with the viewers what your thoughts are about that, please.
Sure. We have computer systems and things in place that can give us, information all the time and graphs on who's staying and who's going. And we sort of, I suppose, because we have such a major rebooking, that really tells us everything. I mean, to have $400,000 worth of bookings already fully booked into your column when you've only got 5 seniors or 4.5 seniors working on the floor, and that's a year and yes, I think that's enough to tell us that what we're doing is right.
Absolutely.
When we get feedback, we have a little mini iPad on the desk. We have a very small, I'm trying to think of the word, survey, where clients can rate us, and then they can also write a comment. And that's fabulous, because all they have to do is rate us between 1 and 10, and they can do the junior staff, they can do anyone that's come in contact with them. Some people leave a comment, some don't, but we can always get feedback from that, which gives us a really good idea of what's happened throughout that week. And clients love it, because it's literally pressing it, one button, tick comes up, and that's been graded. So that's also fabulous.
Is that something that you've done yourself, or is that an app like that you can use?
We've done it through SurveyMonkey, so you can actually download through SurveyMonkey.
Cool.
But it's something that's so basic and simple, and that's what you want for the clients, and being able to get instant feedback. Like if someone's not happy, we get that feedback straight away, and then usually if they're not happy, they're quite happy to actually write a comment, and then we will then speak to the team on the Friday, because we always have team meetings where I go through anything, and if we get fantastic feedback, we print it out and we put it up on the backboard to celebrate all of that. So there's constant communication and feedback with the team as well all the time.
Communication. So how often do you, obviously you're doing that type of communication, as far as staff meetings go, do you have a certain formula that you follow or agenda that you follow there, or is it daily? What is it you do?
We have it once a fortnight. So every second Friday I bring in breakfast for the team. We sit and we eat breakfast together. Usually we go around the table, anybody's concerns, any issues that have been raised. I mean, we certainly don't turn it into a session for people to pick on individuals or anything like that. It's always aimed at everyone as a group. But if there's an individual, then I will definitely usually take them out of the salon, and we have a meeting straight away, in between clients or whatever it needs to be. I try to get on top of it straight away, because then it's a non-problem usually if you can get onto it, and it doesn't fest, which I think is really important.
Yeah. That's awesome. Look, honestly, I could go on talking to you all day, and I know that our viewers are just going to absolutely love. I just love how you just share so much, which is
so cool.
Just lovely, and that's something that we've discovered, is that the more successful the person, the more they actually share. And so I want to thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
From all our viewers.
It's no problems at all, and seriously, I mean, Bond Hair Religion, we're just an open book. So if anybody wants to learn anything or anybody wants to know anything, please email us or send us a message through our Facebook, and I can talk to you and help you if you've got a problem. And we can look at those things to help people to be better in their business, because, we're all out there doing the same thing every day, wanting to be the best that we can be, make money so we can actually enjoy our lives, because that is important.
Yeah.
And, have people that leave our business happy.
Alert from App Store.
Leave our
Updates available.
sorry. Leave our business happy, and that's the team. If you have a happy team, you're going to have happy clients. It's just that ultimately is what you need to make a successful business.
So happy team, happy clients, but happy leader, happy team, hey? So
That's right.
How do you look after you?
I'm actually on holidays at the moment, which is awesome. That's probably where I let myself down a little bit. I'm very driven and I'm very determined. So in that, sometimes, being a mum of a 17-year-old and a wife and a sister and all the other things, plus working full-time on the floor, plus all the extras that I do, like I try to raise a lot of money for some charities by doing silly things like Kokoda, and next year I'm going to Africa to do Kilimanjaro. And
fantastic next year.
Yeah, so I'm training to do all those things because I love to raise awareness and money for the charities that I support. And I've got to learn to give myself rest, which is what this 2 weeks is about. So, it's awesome that I'm going to have a break. It's the first time I've had 2 weeks at home in 15 years. So I'm very excited to be spending a lot of time watching Netflix.
Yeah, baby. Do you know what? I can't help but thinking, here you are, you're on holidays, you're all excited, but you're actually working right now talking to us, which is really cool. And, that's the other thing that we find about successful people is they don't say no to opportunity. Yeah. So I would imagine that you've done a fair share of saying yes to a whole lot of opportunity. And that's why you're feeling kind of lucky right now. It's just a whole lot of hard work, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think this is such an awesome opportunity for people to share what they've learnt and people to grow in their own businesses. And, I think you guys doing this is so awesome. So, thank you for this opportunity. It's great.
Thank you. It's been our pleasure, I have to say. Yeah.
So real. So real.